So we're going to talk about proportional and non-proportional relationships. Two related quantities are proportional if they have a constant ratio between them or a constant rate of change. If two related quantities do not have a constant rate of change, then they are non-proportional. So when we're looking at a table, all we have to determine is which is our y value, which is our x value. Which one is dependent on the other one? So the total amount of money that you earn is dependent on the total number of hours that you work. So in order to determine our constant of proportionality, all we have to do is take our y value and divide it by our x value. When we do that for each one of these sets of numbers, if the value is the exact same, then it is going to be proportional. If the four values are not the exact same, then it is non-proportional. So let's go ahead and divide. So we're going to do 1725 divided by 1. 1725 divided by 1 is 1725. 3550 divided by 2. So I'm going to do that down here. So I'm going to bring that decimal straight up to the top. Because there's not a decimal here, I don't need to move this decimal. It just goes straight up and it stays there. Then you can kind of erase it or ignore it. So if I have 3, can I make a group of 2? I can make one group of 2. That leaves me a remainder of 1. So then I'm going to bring down the 5 to make a 15. If I have 15, can I make groups of 2? So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Well, that one was too much. So all you have to do is count your little hash marks, or you know that 2 times 7 is 14. 15 minus 14 is 1. So then we bring down a 5. If I have 15, can I make groups of 2? We just said that 2 times 7 is 14. Leaves me with 1, and I bring down a 0. If I have 10, can I make groups of 2? It takes 5 times 2 is 10 with the remainder of 0. So this answer is 1775. So far, these two numbers are not the same. Therefore, this is looking like it's non-proportional, but we're going to go ahead and work the other two out because we may have done something wrong. You never know. And we just need to double check ourselves. So I'm going to erase this so I can use that space if I need to. So I'm going to do 50.75. So $50.75 divided into 3 hours. 50.75 divided by 3. Decimal goes straight up and then you ignore it. If I have 5, I can make one group of 3 with a remainder of 2. If I have 20, I can make 6 groups of 3, which is 18 with the remainder of 2. Then I bring down the 7. If I have 27, I can make 9 groups of 3, which is 27. And then I bring down the 5. If I have 5, I can make one group of 3 with the remainder of 2. So then I bring down another 0. If I have 20, I can make 6 groups of 3. 6 times 3 is 18, and that leaves me a remainder of 2. So at this point, because I got the same remainder, this is going to be a repeating decimal. But because we're talking about money, we're going to go ahead and round to our nearest hundredths. So this 6 would actually make that 1 turn into a 2, because if it's 5 or more, you get to add 1 more. If it was 4 or less, you would just let it rest and just kind of cover it up and ignore it. So $50.75 divided among 3 hours is about $16.92. Look, that value went down. That's not even going to work. So let's go ahead and divide out our last one. We're going to do 70 divided by 4. So because we're talking about money, we're going to go ahead and add that decimal in. So we're going to go 0, 0, dot, dot. And what I like to do is I kind of have a little saying whenever we need a decimal spot and we're dividing. So it's going to look like this. And remember this saying because it's going to help you. It goes circle, circle, dot, dot. Now I have a decimal spot. So then I just divide. So if I have 7, I can make one group of 4, remainder of 3, bring down a 0. If I have 30, I can make 7 groups of 4, which is 28, with the remainder of 2, bring down a 0. If I have 20 and I need to make groups of 4, I can put them into 5 groups of 4, which is 20. Now I have nothing left. So this 0 right here is just going to come straight up to the top. So this one is $17.50. So because these 4 values are not the exact same, this is called non-proportional. Because remember, in order for them to be proportional, they have to have the same constant rate of change. Non-proportional.